everybody! Today we will talk about organizational design and structure. In designing and redesigning an organization in response to external and internal changes is the key managerial function.
Before that, let us define first the important terms. Organization. Organization is an entity, such as a company, an institution, or an association, comprising one or more people and having a particular purpose. Design. Design is a realization of a concept or idea into configuration, drawing, model, mold, pattern, plan, or specification, on which the actual or commercial production of an item is based, and which helps achieve the item's designated objectives. Structure. Structure is an arrangement and organization of interrelated elements in a material, object, or system that needs to be organized.
Now, let's take a look at organizational design and
The
structure.
process of organizational design and structure involves develop charter, create strategy, assess, design, transition, implement, and evaluate and renew. In developing charter, you should establish project charter, conduct snapshot assessment, educate leaders, commission design team, and begin change management strategies. In creating strategy, it involves scanning external environment, assessing current mission, vision, values, strategy, and goals, establish core ideology, set future vision and strategy, and create balanced scorecard. In assessing, you should analyze processes, structure, systems, and culture, report out to steering team, and continue change management strategies. In designing, it involves establishing design guidelines, define business model, redesign processes, structure, systems, and culture, verify the design, and report out to steering team. In transition, you should flesh out design recommendations, create detailed implementation plans, train people in new roles and skills, reconfigure equipment and workspace. Implement. Here when implementing, one should go live, monitor progress, implement new organizational structure, and continue change management strategies. In evaluating and renewing, it involves assessing performance against balanced scorecard, make adjustments to design, and continue training leaders and employees. Organizational design. Organizational design is a step-by-step methodology which identifies dysfunctional aspects of workflow, procedures, structures, and systems, realigns them to fit current business realities or goals, and then develop plans to implement the new changes. Simple terms, organizational design is the process of selecting and managing aspects of organizational structure and culture to enable the organization to achieve its goals. One of the most important outcomes of organizational design is organizational structure. Organizational structure is a formal system of task, power, and reporting relationships within an organization. Organizational structure is the core of what coordinates, controls, and motivates employees to cooperate towards the attainment of organizational goals. When the organizational structure is aligned with organizational needs, it results in greater organizational efficiencies and less conflict. Organizational structures influence employee behavior by enabling or restricting communication, teamwork, and cooperation, as well as intergroup relationships. As they grow, organizations must decide how to carve employees into subunits. This usually means grouping people in a way that somehow relates to the task they perform. Imagine the difference between working in an organization comprised of independent work teams compared to a highly centralized bureaucratic organization in which decisions are made solely by the CEO. Your autonomy influences the work variety with different greatly in each organization. Each type of structure can be effective depending on the nature of the organization and its environment, but each creates very different patterns of communication and levels of individual responsibility. Here are 6 common bases for grouping employees. Skills. Employees are grouped by what they know. Example, pharmaceutical organizations have departments like oncology and genetics. In business function, employees are grouped by business functions. Example, many organizations have Department of Human Resources, Marketing, and Research and Development. Process. Employees are grouped based on the activities they do. For example, a retailer may have different retail store and online departments reflecting 2 different sales processes. Output. Employees are grouped based on the products or services they work on. Client. Employees are grouped based on the clients they serve. Location. Employees are grouped based on the geographical areas they serve. And now let us discuss some of the structures that arise from the different groupings. First is the functional. A functional structure groups people with the same skills or who use similar tools or work processes together into departments. For example, a marketing department is staffed solely with marketing professions. Division. Collection of functions organized around the geographical area, product or service, or market. Divisional structure are common among organizations with many products or services, geographical areas, and customers. Matrix. When employees report to both a project or product team to a functional manager. Employees represent their function in their work team, which allows the team to have all these skills and expertise it needs to perform effectively and make good decisions. Team-based. Create horizontal or vertical team that can define part or all of the organization. Unlike matrix teams, in a team-based structure, performance team members form different functions and are permanently assigned to the project or product team and do not report to a second functional manager. Lattice. In lattice structure, cross-functional and cross-level subteams are formed. This structure is common in consulting organizations. Last one is network structure. It is the collection of autonomous units or firms that act as a single larger entity. Network structure organizations contract out any positions that can be done better or more cheaply by outside firms like marketing or payroll. Managers spend a lot of time coordinating and controlling the network of contractors and strategic alliances. Organizational chart. Organizational chart is a diagram of the chain of command and reporting relationships in the company. An organizational chart like the one shown here illustrates that chain of command and reporting relationships in the company. Higher level organization chart supervise and responsible for the activities and performance in the level beneath them. An organizational structure and an organizational chart can often appear similar on the surface, but there are some profound distinctions. Organizational structure is designed around the functions a business performs. Example, sales, marketing, finance, engineering, and etc. While an organizational chart is built around people and titles. Organizational structure defines the purpose, accountabilities, and key performance indicators for each business function and role, while an organizational chart shows each person's job title and may include HR stuff like job requirements. Once correctly defined, a structure changes infrequently. For example, when there's a change in strategy like a new product initiative or a move up to a new stage in the execution life cycle, while in an organizational chart needs to be updated frequently as people come and go. It's out of date almost the minute it's created. To be more concise, the difference between organizational structure and organizational charts are: organizational structure is a function centric, while organizational chart is a people centric. Organizational structure involves purpose, accountabilities, and KPI, while organizational chart involves titles, job descriptions, and HR stuff. Also, organizational structure is in frequent changes with strategy, while organizational chart is frequent and has changes with people.
The structure of any building depends on its base and foundation. A strong foundation and a basic structure is critical in making the building strong. Although it is possible to redesign and restructure a building, but still, if the base is weak, the whole building will be unstable. So, from that scenario, we can apparently perceive how important foundation is. So, from an organizational point of view, organizational structure there comprises with different roles, hierarchy levels, and terms and conditions in an organization. And also, organizational design encompasses restructuring and restructuring roles, hierarchy levels, and terms and conditions as per organizational needs. I really hope that you learned something from this video. Thank you guys for watching.